Hey guys, welcome to the Talk with Lynn. Whew, I showed out. Episode 2. Yeah, I made it. I'm in front of the camera. No matter how I'm feeling, I'm here. So today episode is loving me through my healing. And I'm gonna have someone join me on my podcast today. My fabulous boyfriend, who kind of like helped shape me go through my journey of healing. And to be able to still sit here and like do this video, I want to say like part of this definitely goes to him. So when we first met, I told him I was broken. What I did not expect is for him to stick around and stay with me through all of the traumatic experience that I went through, but he did. I don't know why, but he did. I guess he loves me. But we're here. But anyway, let's introduce my fabulous boyfriend, Ronnie. Yay! Come here. Yay, babe. You made it to the podcast. Second episode.
Very nice.
Loving me through my healing, right? Give me a kiss, babe. No kiss? Got it. All right, so as I started my first episode, I talked about like my journey with my mom, my sisters, and going through high school. So today's episode is mostly about my relationship with men. I am not gonna go into a lot of details of what I experienced, but what I am gonna talk about is how what I've experienced and what I've dealt with in life before I've met this fabulous man. Had nothing to do with him, but he came in and he is still trying to learn me. He's still trying to help me heal, and he's still here. So I'm grateful to him. So, what are we talking about this episode? What are we going to be talking about on this episode? Why he didn't walk away when he had many reasons to do so. Let me start off by saying wonderful things about my boyfriend. Let's start off by saying that he has no kids and he's 30s. And he have no kids and he's in his 30s. He also have a career job that he's been in for about 14, 15 years to be kind of exact.
10 years.
Oh, 10 years. I thought it was 14. Well, 10 years. I got lucky with him. You know, I was a single mom, broken, and I met a guy who, you know, was free, who was living his best life, making his money, no children, and his 30, and I scooped him right up. So he's here, and let's get into it. I think before I get into like asking my boyfriend questions, I just want to say like how important it is to let the people who want to love you love you. I know like when you go through a lot of like traumatic things in your life, it's hard to believe that people actually want good for you, especially when most of the people in your life didn't show you that. They showed you the opposite. So when someone comes in and they have good intention, you let them love you and you find ways to deal with it in a healthy way. I'm still learning 3 years later, and yet we still here. Pause, because my computer signed me out. Edit that part out. Alright, so thank you guys. For those who have not liked or subscribed or comment, please do all three. Support me. Give me a reason to keep posting these videos up. I promise you it's going to get better as we go. Better as we go. Yes. So he chose to stay, loving me through my healing. Okay, let's get to it, guys. Let's get to it. All right, babe. All right. Hold on, let's see. Came here. I mean, come closer so we can get serious. Come closer. Come closer. Come closer.
How much closer?
Closer. Like intimate close. Yeah. Okay, babe. So, what was your first impression of me when we first met, babe? What did you think of me when we first met? I can tell you. I'm gonna let you go first.
Oh boy.
I think interested. Oh, what you thought about me, babe? And be honest. I don't care if we're on video.
She was a nice, wild young lady.
Yes. So where did I meet my boyfriend? Off Instagram. He slid in my DM and I responded. But around the time he did respond, around the time he slid in my DM, I was going through like a lot in life. And when I seen his Instagram, I was like, oh, this is gonna be just like someone to help me get through whatever I'm going through and just have fun. And I guess the first couple of months, it was all about fun. And then I started asking him, like, what you doing with me? Like, what we doing here? Like, what we doing? My boyfriend did break up with me. He left me, came back with me. He came back. He broke up with me for like 2-3 weeks.
And you broke up with me?
I never broke up with you. He broke up with me. He really literally broke up because he left me. I would say I break up, but I never really leave. I would just say I'm leaving you, but without leaving. But he broke up with me, and then a week later, it was like the day of Valentine's Day, he came back running with like flowers and teddy bears, my babe.
Yeah, you broke up with me.
He came with flowers, talking about he needs me in his life. But at that moment, I think my boyfriend liked me. He just didn't know what to do with me. And I kept putting pressure on him. And as the time would go, I guess we got to the place where now it's us. Okay, babe. Second question. Did you sense I was emotionally hurting when you met me, babe?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
I can say so because I felt like when we first met, babe. What did I tell you the first day on our first date? Before we met, what did I tell you?
I'm not sure.
You don't remember? All right. So yeah. Okay, that's how you felt. All right, let's keep moving. If you don't remember, let's just keep moving. I don't know. I remember saying something about after dinner we're gonna link up, or I was gonna come to your house, or do something like that.
Oh yeah.
No, something about I had no panties on. Yes. I was like, be prepared, babe. I had no panties on. I also think that is a sign of like brokenness, not healing. Like if you to meet a stranger and say like, hey, when I first meet you on the first date, that I'm not gonna have panties on, he could automatically assume that I was a hoe or a prostitute, all these other things. But I'm happy that he didn't assume that. He took me for who I am, and we are here now. Next question, babe. What made you stay when you realized I was broken? I'm still broken. Why are you still here? Why are you still with me, babe?
I guess I fell in love with you, He was a very nice person. You had a good heart. And, I fell for you.
Do you know, like, how many months or weeks it took you, or years? Because we've been together for almost 3 years, I think now.
2.
It took you 2 years to realize that you fell in love with me?
No, I think we've been together for like 2 something.
No, we've been together for almost 3 years, baby.
Really? Wow.
Okay. Well, I mean, he don't count the first 8 months,
Maybe
according to him.
A couple months probably took.
Okay, a couple of months.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I was like right away.
Well,
Get to know you.
when did I fall in love with Ronnie?
So when you first met me, though.
I did. Not when I first met him. I think I fell in love with him.
Before she even
I fell in love with him after my birthday. Like, so we had to meet like around June, July, 3 years ago. And then 2-3 months after that, he took me to AC for my birthday. And it was like, I can't remember if any guy ever made or tried to make my birthday special. But he took an initiative. He booked a room. He had a nice car. He paid for the nice restaurant, and he actually. The only thing that he did not do that got me so upset was that he said that he was gonna give me some earpods, and he never got it for me until after the trip. But besides that,
Beats, bro.
he got me a lot of things. But anyway, he took the time to make my birthday special when no other guy before him did that. I think the only person before him that did that was the father of my child, but that's the story for another time. But anyway, he took the time to do that. So, babe, do you want to say anything? No? All right, so now let's get to like the really juicy questions. The healing process. So, what you think helped us grow through the hard times together, babe? I answered the question after you, though.
Communication and just talking, being there for one another.
Okay. Well, for me, I think what gets us through hard time is the fact that we are two different people. I think my boyfriend's a little bit more the opposites, yeah. He's a little bit more calm, collected. He laugh a lot. But I think that's because and I don't want to say it's because he have not been through trauma, because as a police officer, you see a lot of trauma, but I don't think he has been through emotional trauma as I've been through. So that's why he's like how he is. And I'm a little bit more serious, just a little bit more serious. I can be jokey, but just a little bit serious when it comes to like the people that I love. So I think we balance each other out. When I'm a little bit more serious, he's a laughing, and when he's a little bit more serious, I'm a little bit more terrified because he's never like serious. So he's serious. Then I know he's like mad. And I also think because we both chose to like love each other, we both chose to respect each other. What you think about that, babe? Yeah, I think we both chose to say that we want to make this relationship work. So we here trying to make it work.
It takes two, yeah.
It takes a commitment. People don't just fall in love and get married and stay together. You gotta come up with the decision that, hey, I choose this person. Hey, I want to be with this person, and we're gonna make it through. I don't know. I don't know if it's a question for me to ask you now because I still don't think you know how to do this, but I think we're still learning. We're growing. We're processing, right? We're processing each other. How did you learn to love me through my pain, babe?
Patience. Yes. A lot of patience, because she's a handful.
Yes. He sees a side of me that no one else sees. But I think besides like my sisters and my mom, who knows like how emotionally disturbed I can get at times when I'm like emotionally dysregulated, he sees it. And he sees it on a constant basis because, we live together now. We're together most of the time if we're not at work. So he sees the frustrations. He associates with anger, even though I keep telling him it's not anger, it's frustration. But let's keep it moving. Oh, that's a good one. What does showing up for a person really mean to you, babe?
Just being there, supporting them, through the ups and downs, good days and bad days,
Okay, good answer. How about, what does it mean to show up for a person mentally?
What would you say that means?
That would say like, okay, to show up for someone, you show in different ways of showing up for people. So for what you were saying, I feel like showing up, that's the way of showing up by showing the person you care, you want to be there for them. But if someone who has trauma, who's mentally disturbed, how do you show up for them mentally?
Just taking time. Take your time.
You think you take your time with me, babe?
I think so. I try to.
Okay.
Well,
I like the response. You
what do
try
you
to.
think that means to show up for somebody mentally?
I think to show. I think.
You're the one.
I think showing up for someone mentally means understanding what caused them to become dysregulated and try not to revoke that emotion. Whatever I know if I'll do this, it will cause the person to become dysregulated, become um, emotionally invested, and can't control their emotions because once you become emotionally dysregulated, you can't control your emotions. I just try not to provoke that part of them. My boyfriend provoke every part of me that becomes dysregulated and then tells me that I need to control my emotions. That's something that I think that he really needs to work on. He has no idea anything. He don't have no idea about emotions, mental health or nothing. You know why? He don't work in that field. Then go, babe. We try one.
I try to teach you about self-control.
Okay.
That's the major key. You gotta control your emotions. You can't have anyone else come in and take control of you. 'Cause once somebody else can come in and change their emotion, they have control over you. You need to always be in control of yourself.
And I understand, I agree, but when someone goes,
Words from the guru.
okay, good. But I understand and I agree. But what my boyfriend don't understand is that when someone goes through trauma, their brain becomes different. Their regulation also becomes different, and their dysregulation becomes different. Something that today we had a conversation, and my boyfriend asked me the right question today. He said, Linda, how or what do I need to do to help you stay regulated? And I think that is a question that we both need to work on. You calling me crazy, babe? That's a question I think we both need to work on. That's a question I also think need to work on me because I'm still trying to understand what dysregulate me and how to regulate myself when I become dysregulated. I don't want to stay on this for too long because I still got a couple more questions to ask my boyfriend, so let's keep it moving. Let's keep it going. Okay, so I don't know if you're gonna have an answer for this, but I'm still asking. How did being with me impact your own healing journey?
Maybe just try to understand people a little more and, take other people's emotions and, things into account.
Okay.
That's what I say.
Did loving me teach you anything about yourself? Loving me, does it teach you anything about yourself?
That I need to be a little more understanding, possibly.
This is a conversation we had earlier. Well, you loving me taught me a lot about myself. Because the way this man loves me, it's like a different type of love. Even though I can't say it's been perfect because nobody's perfect, but it has been different. And I think mentally I've grown. I think I also have matured in this relationship. I'm still working on regulation because for some reason this man frustrates the shit out of my life. And I think it has a lot to do with being loved poorly and then meeting someone who's trying to love you the right way and you're still trying to understand it. You're still trying to understand it. You're still trying to accept it and you're still trying to acknowledge it, which is things that are difficult, especially when you come from like a place where people who you loved and who you thought loved you back and they treat you really poorly, they treat you really bad. So when someone comes in and treats you good, I don't know, it really affects this other part of my brain that just caused me to be so frustrated that I'm still working on it. So yeah, I'm still learning in this process of being in this relationship with my boyfriend. All right, so let's get to the next question. What have you unlearned or let go since we've been together? What have you learned or let go since you've been together?
Good question. Let go? What do you mean by that?
Like
Give
a
me an example of
behavior.
what you've done.
Okay, for me, what have I let go? I have let go some of my insecurities. I also have let go of letting other people treat me so horribly. Like before, I was so focused on having any type of relationship, friendship, manship, boyfriendship, sistership, familyship, that I would allow anyone to treat me poorly and still pour out love. But being with Ronnie have taught me that, the people who loves you and genuinely love you, they're going to show out for you. They're going to show you that they love you. You don't need to do any more than that. So I've let go some of my insecurities of trying to force people to be my friends, to love me, to be part of my life. Like, if you love me, you love me. If you want to be here, you here. I'm going to be here for you. You don't, I keep it pushing. It is what it is. What about you, babe?
I agree, 100%, definitely.
But what if you have let go? I think you have let go of a couple of things. The strippers. The gambling. What else?
I still get a little bit.
I mean, a little bit, but it was bad when we first met.
Personal thing.
I know. That is personal things. But even me, my thing was personal too. Anything else that you want to talk about that you have let go?
Not really.
No? Alright, so let's keep it moving. I think I have we almost done. Oh, I just paused for a minute. Hold on, guys. What would you say to someone dating a partner who is still healing?
Patience, that's the key. I mean,
And understanding.
You gotta be patient, and you gotta, take every day, day by day. You can't rush. Because everyone moves at a different pace.
I totally agree. Patience, understanding, and time. Those are the three things I would say, and my boyfriend agreed, that you have to give someone who's healing. And most of us, not even most, all of us is healing. We're healing different battles. It don't have to be my traumatic experience. It could be your own experience, but we all have our own battles that we're battling, and I do believe those three things does help in some kind of way. All right, we have two more questions. What's one thing you think every couple needs to build a strong foundation?
What do you mean?
What is one thing you think any relationship needs to build a strong foundation? For me, I would say trust. You need trust, and that's something that me and my boyfriend are still working on. And I also think you need commitment. You gotta commit to the person that you wanna be with. Commitment is what gives you the strength to keep pushing through your relationship. Commitment is what gives you the strength to not cheat on your partner. Commitment, it gives you the motivation to keep pushing no matter what argument you guys have, what this understanding you guys have. So I do believe you wanting to commit to a person is the strong foundation. Once you lay out commitment, then everything after that we can build together, because we have decided that we're gonna commit to each other no matter what. We committing, we gonna get through it. What do you think, babe? That's my response. I need your response. I need a different response, babe.
I agree.
No, give me something else, babe.
Man.
No, babe, give me something else. Give me
Commitment.
something else. And what else? What is something that you give me all the time? But this something else you always give me, babe. Come in the video, and I think that lays a strong foundation. What you think about?
Love, a lot of
love, but what else?
You know,
Laughter. I think laughter is
you gotta
also a
have
strong.
joy.
Yes.
You gotta have fun.
Yes.
For
Oh,
sure.
you gotta have a lot of fun.
You gotta have
Like,
fun with life. You can't take, you know, everything too serious.
yes.
And you can't get upset about things.
I'm
You
working on it.
gotta laugh, enjoy, you know, and it brings, you know, a lot of, you know, fun and laughter in your life.
Yes. So we said commitment, laughter, fun, and peace. We would say those are the three things to building a strong foundation for your relationship. Um, so our last question, I'm gonna ask Ronnie this question, but I also would like you guys, those who are watching, who also listening, for you to put your input at the bottom. So the last. Oh, you want to ask the question?
Yeah.
All right, so ask me the question. Ask the question, babe. The last one.
So what's your hope for us moving forward? What's your future goals for the next, I don't know, 5-10 years?
Okay, so my future goal for us for the next 5 years,
5 to 10, yeah, whatever.
5 to 10 years would be, the first one would be to get married. I think once we get married, then it really lays out the commitment part where we are stuck with each other until death do us part. Secondly, I think would be to have or conceive a baby together. It'd be nice to give Ronnie a child. I know he really want one. That'd be nice. I also hope that in the next 5 to 10 years that I could do a better job regulating my emotions and my frustrations when it comes to him. Because I feel like, you know, the things from my past, I sometimes put it out to the universe and put it out on my boyfriend when he has nothing to do with it. And I also need to understand that I also hope moving forward that my boyfriend probably never been with a girl like me. I don't know if he did or not, but I'm gonna say that he had never been with someone like me. So to be here, to still be here 3 years later, he's still choosing to understand me. So I need to have more patience. I hope that in the next 5, 10 years that I will have more patience with my boyfriend, and yeah, and then our love will grow, and you know, we make more money together, we travel to more places together,
Definitely make more memories.
more memories, have more babies, maybe 2, no more than 3,
Memories is key. Yeah.
buy properties together. Those are what I hope. What's your hope?
Yeah, you know, definitely make memories. You know, just live a joyful life. You know,
All of us deserve a joyful life. Right, babe?
100%, 100%.
Yes.
You know, fulfill your, you know, your.
Yay. So, thank you, babe.
Of course, anytime.
Yes. Guys.
Support, like, subscribe.
Yay! Yes. All right, babe, you can go now. It's my time. Guys, thank you for taking the time to watch. Please subscribe and like I say, you got one life to live. Please love it, enjoy it, be blessed, be great. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful weekend. A wonderful week if you're watching this on a weekday. Anyway, bye guys. Love you.
Don't